The lunatic is on the grass. The lunatic is on the grass. Remembering games and daisy chains and laughs. Got to keep the loonies on.
I'm sure by now you have all heard about Obama's despicable, absolutely deplorable use of children to promote his agenda on gun control. And I want to just let you know that this entire charade, okay, is the Hegelian dialectic on steroids, and that is problem, reaction, solution. What he is doing is he is taking this whole thing to the 9th level in playing on the emotions of the American public to support his unconstitutional agenda. I want to read to you a couple of letters that these children supposedly wrote and to Obama regarding their concerns on guns. And I want to cite their names and their ages and the fact that they were on stage with him being used as props to support his Nazi agenda. The first child's letter I'm going to read to you is from an 8-year-old named Hina Zija. Is that a Muslim name? Anyway, moving on. I want to go down, and here is an actual picture of the letter. Dear President Obama, my name is Hina, redacted. I live in redacted. I'm a 3rd grader, an 8-year-old, in school number 8. I just wanted to tell you that I feel really sad. Also, I feel terrible for the parents who lost their children. Now, and by no means am I belittling the losses of any children in the Sandy Hook incident, but just endure. Let me go on here. Mr. President, can we do something which will stop all of these terrible problems? After watching the news all day on Friday, how many 8-year-olds do you know that watch the news all day? Okay, and she goes on to say, one question popped into my head, and that question is, can we stop using guns? I think if there are no guns on the street, no one could get hurt. And then she puts in quotes, bullets don't have eyes. It can't hurt anyone. I'm really scared of guns and criminals around the world. I love my country and want everybody to be happy and safe. I love my country? I mean, who is this 8-year-old prodigy? Moving on, Julia Stokes, an 11-year-old from Washington, D.C., wrote that while she was in no fear of her own safety, she was scared for others. She goes on to say, I have 4 brothers and sisters. I know I would not be able to bear the thought of losing any of them. My opinion is that it should be very hard for people to buy guns. Her opinion? An 11-year-old? The only thing they do is harm or kill, and guns should be only used in the most horrible event where others will get hurt if they are not used. Okay? I know that laws have to be passed by Congress. What? Are you telling me an 11-year-old knows the entire process in which a bill becomes law? I guarantee you that if you asked 100 sophomores in high school how a bill becomes a law, they would not be able to answer you. And she goes on to say, I beg you to try very hard to make guns not allowed. And then here's another quote from a Grant Fritz, an 8-year-old from Maryland, wrote, it's a free country, but I recommend there needs to be a limit with guns. Please do not let people own machine guns or other powerful guns like that. What? An 8-year-old? It's a free country? And he's recommending there be a limit with guns? Now, come on, people. I mean, How, to what lengths did they have to go to find such intellectually gifted children to come up with such heady letters to the president? I mean, if this isn't a setup, if this isn't a staged event, I don't know what is. But let me just tell you, I was in Arizona for the past week, and when visiting with my 2-year-old grandson, we had a conversation on gun control. And he told me he could not understand how Congress could legislate any action that would not let every American keep and bear arms. After all, it was their Second Amendment right to protect themselves. Food for thought. You're being played like a harp from hell.